Good morning! Good morning. It's actually 9:25 Atlantic time right now. And Gemini just did the ascendance a tiny bit after I took that screenshot that you guys are looking at right now. So, in regards to the tarot cards that you see me play with right now, so I actually grew up around my grandma who did tarot my whole life, so I've always been around it. But I didn't do it, and I just sort of, once I got tarot cards for a gift, then I started doing them. And these ones were also a gift. But I always focused on astrology, and once I realized astrology was such an in-depth actual science, I sort of thought tarot's kind of lazy. So no offense, any tarot people, but I still love the tarot, and I think it's very funny how the cards that I've been pulling for the moon signs will even match the moon and its aspects that it's making. So that's what I was doing there for the last few signs. Anyways, the moon's in Cancer now, and it is the half moon, the half back to full, halfway back to full, or the first quarter, or the moon squares sun when the moon is about 90 degrees after the sun. That's right now. And think of those signs as in the seasons they represent. Aries and Cancer. So the start of spring to the start of summer. And how do they get along when their elements are so different? It's a fire and a water. It's when everything is just starting, when it's just a baby, to when everything is in full bloom and has the sun beaming down on it all day. It's all flowered and everything. It doesn't make sense. And Aries is the drive that starts everything. Cancer is like the proud mother who's sitting down, looking at her bountiful garden and her children playing in it. So that's exactly how they get along. Really, you'll see Cancers being annoyed at Aries for being really Marsy and driven to whatever they want to do and kind of selfish. And you'll see Aries sort of annoyed at Cancer for trying to always point out the fact that they're always starting things and they don't maybe necessarily follow through as well as a Cancer. So keep those in mind. That's how the sun and the moon are getting along right now. And later today we have the moon in about 10 hours from this video or something like that. Keep watching your chart at the moment so you know when these happen. In about 10 hours we have the moon square Mercury and Jupiter. And again, that's the Aries Cancer vibe going on. So there's a lot of that in the weather right now with Mars and Cancer too. And maybe just keep an eye out for that in the weather. Mums and Marsy-driven men. Or things being started quickly without full plans made. Or people with experience trying to show people who are just starting things something. In the background, behind Sun and Moon, Mars is trine with Saturn right now. And that is one of the most, I want to say productive, but it is sort of more about maybe being so easy you don't work on the things. Sort of the flow of it. When they're both water, they can both just, let's just float around here and look at this amazingness together. Oh, all those other people they don't see in here, but that's okay. We don't really need to work to try to show them. And when you see the sextile, like from Moon to Venus right now, that's earth and water. So they get along really well too. They're harmonious, but they get along in a different way, where earth will grow things from the water. Earth will be constantly watered by the water signs, feeling more creative from them. And the water signs that get lost in the middle of the ocean suddenly see a shoreline and realize there's a whole nother world over there. Oh, this weed just killed my throat. But so yeah, there's a lot of Aries Cancer tension, and then there's a lot of, oh well, it's all gonna be okay, Cancer Pisces shit going on at the same time with Mars and Saturn. It's a lot of home improvement stuff. Foundational work may be coming easy, you could see it as. Things you need to work at the very core of your being, or at the very core of anything you're working on. The house, the stone wall underneath of your feet, or whatever it is flowing nicely. But maybe people won't be working on it because it just feels so easy. So keep that in mind. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. That's long enough. Some of you might like long videos, but oh well, I got shit to do.